Welcome everybody back to the Bud Podcast, episode 14. Back here with the boys. As you see,
The boys.
what did you say, Ben?
The boys.
As you see, I'm in a little different setup. You'll see more of this in tomorrow's video for A&M. But other than that, I think we're gonna discuss the NBA player rankings before the NBA season ended, since we're probably gonna be able to see this. See the NBA come back in the summer. So we just want to discuss who the best players going back into the season will be. Even though it's kind of cut and dry, there's probably going to be some shockers there. But Nick?
Let's see. So we got a tie for 25th here. So the first one's Kyle Lowry at 25. I know you have some questions about Kyle Lowry here.
I don't think that's a bad ranking. I don't think that's bad.
I feel like he was an efficient player this year. He wasn't.
He's got a fatter ass than Nicki Minaj.
Hey, whoa.
He's middle tier like he should be, so I get it.
Yeah,
he had pretty good stats here.
Yeah, I feel like this is a better season for him, efficiency-wise.
I mean, I think there's no explaining. That's just like
he's averaging more points since Kawhi's gone.
I mean, yeah, but that's not as outrageous as probably some of the other ones on this list. So I feel like that's an okay rating.
Okay, so let's see who he's tied with. Domantas Sabonis.
Okay, I agree.
I get it.
This stat line looks just about the same, honestly.
He had an all-star season. He really broke out this year. I mean,
he had a better season last season. Though,
could he be most improved?
He could.
Wait,
maybe,
I don't think so, because I thought he had a good season last season, like before this.
He's progressively been getting better.
Wasn't an all-star though.
Yeah.
I think this year he only made it because of injuries, but I mean he should have made it anyway.
Yeah, I think these first two are acceptable.
Yeah, look, he had more points created for teammates than LeBron did. All right, so let's see who the next. Okay, so 24, we got Donovan Mitchell.
I do not agree with that. I do not.
Don't?
I think so.
He had
a better year last year, I think.
He averaged 24 points.
I think he could be higher.
I think he should be like 15, 18. 15 to 18, maybe nice.
I don't think that's that high yet.
I don't know.
He's played 3
years.
At
least top 20. At least top 20. That's just my opinion, though.
Yeah, his third year, I don't think so.
I think he should at least crack the top 20. I think between 25 and 21 was kind of a little low for him. I guess if we're taking it in that low for him, I feel like he should be higher on the scale. But I mean, with how he was playing this season, I know he was playing kind of as the season was grinding to an end. He was kind of having a little slump there, so that's probably why they put him in this position. So I agree and disagree with it at the same time.
Yeah, I feel like he should be higher than his teammate Gobert, but
yeah, he definitely should. Well, I don't know because Gobert won the Defensive
Player of the Year. I feel like
Gobert's
gonna be higher here.
Yeah,
Gobert won Defensive Player of the Year last year, so I understand.
I definitely feel like Gobert will make this list. I'm interested to see where they put him.
All right,
yeah,
let's see.
Move on to the next one.
See, Paul George. See, I don't even think he should be in the top 25 right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, he played.
He was previously
games.
15.
Yeah, he played
15.
He played 34 games.
He missed a lot of games, and he wasn't even the same Paul George.
He's never been the same Paul George ever since he left Indiana.
I mean, then again, you look at those stats, and that's like worth.
But see, here's the thing. He had a potential MVP season, I believe, last year. And I feel like him coming to the Clippers, Kawhi was like, oh, let's do load management together. And I don't feel like that's who Paul George is. Like, he's a guy that I feel like needs to be on the court. He is a guy that can put up big numbers. But, I mean.
I feel like it's Kyrie's thing. Well, I guess it would be the opposite of what Kyrie is, where he's the number one option on the team, or it's nothing at all. It's like he was – I don't know why I said Kyrie because it's complete opposite. Where he was leading the Pacers. He goes to teams with other stars, and he can't do anything. He gets overshadowed.
But, I mean, he did good on the
he was good on the Thunder in the regular season.
Yeah, he's good.
I think Westbrook was hurt, though, wasn't he? And he carried him then?
Westbrook had a good season last year, too.
I think somebody missed. Well, yeah, that's when they had the Melo stuff going on. So, really, I don't know.
Paul George is strictly he's always been he's a regular season player. He can't show up in the postseason.
Oh yeah.
Which that's something that I don't feel like you can change unless something dramatic in your career happens.
If Paul George was still with the Pacers or anywhere in the East, he's a top 15.
Oh yeah, definitely, most definitely, because
I think that's okay for now. I think he
I
can
feel like
definitely
he
But the Pacers want to be the team they are without trading him, though.
Yep.
Sabonis
Also
and
want to be the
Oladipo are their
also want to
best
be that
players now.
team. They want to be the same team without trading Kawhi either. So I guess
Yeah, I mean,
it
it all
works.
comes back to those two for the Pacers.
Yeah, I mean that's.
But final thoughts on Paul George. I don't think he deserves top 25. I feel like someone else could have been in that slot. But
Yeah,
Someone who's played more
I
games.
just think he hasn't played enough games to be in that.
Yeah.
No.
All
I
right,
think that's just a
let's
move on to the
see.
next
So
one.
number 22, we have Bam Adebayo.
I think he should be higher.
I think this is good for him.
Yeah,
I think
this is
he's at a
about right.
pretty good rating.
I think
I
it's
say right here
good.
at 20, whichever.
he deserved between the 21 or between 20 and 25. He had a good season. He's up for most improved player probably.
I said Sabonis most improved, but now seeing Adebayo, he's probably gonna win
Oh
that.
yeah,
And he's done it all with Jimmy Butler being there, and well, I mean Kendrick Nunn started off crazy, but
yeah.
he kind of slowed down. But with Jimmy Butler being there and him being the big name, kind of Bam just kind of took it over.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
Bam
I mean, I think a little bit higher at least. I mean,
and I believe Bam had an all-star season this year. So
yeah,
He also won the skills competition.
I didn't know he could shoot the 3-pointers.
I didn't either, but I think you can get lucky some nights.
he's definitely going to be a center that's going to be a big name around the league, or at least like a double-double guy.
He's gonna get a big. Yeah, I was going to say he's gonna get a big contract.
He's top 5, maybe like edge in the top 5 now, right?
For center?
For centers?
Yeah. Obviously.
Yeah, I could put him there. I could
possibly
make a case.
Yeah, I feel like I put him at 5.
I'll take that.
I mean,
Yeah.
the top
I
5.
don't know. I don't think I could.
He's 4 or 5.
Well,
I don't want to give my list right now of centers, but
I think he's 5.
Because we could make that a
Well, hang on. Give me
top
a
10 tennis, top 10
Because you
centers.
got Jokic, Embiid, Anthony Davis.
Anthony Davis is like a power forward kind of.
Yeah, but he plays center.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, sure.
I mean, Adebayo, he rounds out at about 5 or 6, I think.
Yeah, I feel like some lists
Yeah,
he
he's
might
a
some lists he might edge in at 5 or 6. You know.
So yeah, I mean he's a good up and coming center in the league.
Yeah. So there's definitely
He's gonna get higher.
100%. He has the potential to be a top 10 like NBA player.
I mean, I think everybody in the Heat organization always knew it was going to happen anyway. He was just blocked by Whiteside. Whiteside leaves, has a good year, and bam, takes off.
Yeah,
Exactly.
and I feel like that's what Bam needed was Whiteside to get out of there because for a while they were playing Bam and Whiteside on the court at the same time and playing Bam at the 4.
That just doesn't seem like a good fit.
It was not. I mean,
Defensively, it was probably nice.
Oh, defense.
Rebounding. I know rebounding was hard against the Heat with those two.
Defensively, they probably had one of the best front courts in the league, but I mean, scoring-wise, you're not going to get that much out of those two.
Another underrated thing about him, he averages 5 assists a game too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, he's like the floor general for
he
them.
can pass the ball too.
See, the thing is, because on the Heat, you got a lot of shooters. So him just basically rebounding and then passing out to Duncan, Kendrick Nunn, Jimmy Butler can kind of shoot. You got all these guys that are going to be shooting. Miles Leonard,
It's really like what 2015-16 Donkey, what he was doing for the Warriors.
basically, yeah.
How he was racking up the assists because you just get the boards and throw it down court and they're
I think
right there.
he's better than Donkey, but
Oh yeah, definitely.
all right, let's go to the next one.
That's what I would compare it to.
Let's see, number 21, Chris Paul.
I think he's higher.
I think top
he should
15
be
the
a
way he's
lot
played this
higher,
year.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I feel like I feel like everyone thought that Thunder was gonna have a really bad season, and he definitely aided in the process of like top 5 in the West. Something.
Yes.
I did not know he was averaging 5 rebounds a game.
See what I said.
He's a small guy.
What I said
That's
on
pretty good.
previous A&Ms, I said that Chris Paul basically showed everybody what everyone expected him to be. He was finally a team he was finally a point guard. Like he took control of the team because in LA, it was kind of iffy because he was just basically lobbing it up. But now he has to actually facilitate the floor, find open shooters. He doesn't have people he can just lob it up to. He actually has to be a point guard, and I feel like this was the perfect situation for him. And he finally showed people that he can lead a team by himself, and he doesn't need other stars to help him. Even though he's got some young guys, he doesn't need another big star with him.
I mean, I already thought he was top 10 point guards of all time, but right now it's really looking like it. I know it's kind of a hot take maybe, but
No, I mean,
the older audience might not like that. But
I mean, I feel like he's leading a lot of young players on that team.
Oh, he definitely is. He's definitely paving the way for Shea and all these young guys on the team to have the Thunder be good over the next 10 years plus.
Big Chris Paul fan.
But yeah, I think he deserves higher. Just by the way his performance.
I think he should be higher. Just the fact that he's making the Thunder relevant when everyone had counted them out.
Yeah, maybe not numbers wise, but the way he's leading the team and the way he's performing, he should be higher.
Hey, I tried telling him on Twitter when it happened it was going to be an issue.
Move to the next one.
You on the next one? Yeah.
Oh, number 20, Bradley Beal.
I strongly disagree with this.
I think around here.
Yeah,
I think we got some good guys above him.
They have him down here for his net rating.
I agree with it for the fact of, yeah, he has that 29.1 points per game, but he can't. I mean, it's the opposite of Chris Paul. He's a good player, but he can't lead that team. I know you don't have good players, but like Chris is doing it with nobody.
He did still manage to have 6 assists.
I mean, the Thunder have better players than the Wizards.
But still, I feel like if
don't mean he's sleeping on 6 assists.
Well, I mean, yeah, but I'm not talking about like people leading. I'm talking about like the individual player, and I feel like Beal was a great player.
Like without John Wall, who's the Wizards' number 2 option?
Davis Bertans.
Exactly. I mean, like, no offense, but he's probably not even on anyone's top 100.
The man had to score. Actually, even when he scored 40 plus, they weren't winning.
Exactly. So I feel like
Devin Booker, so it's all right.
He's only he dropped 50 points, like 55 points this year in a game, and they lost.
Yeah.
Because then he went on live. He went on his interview after the game, and he was like, I don't even think he was just pissed off.
He just wanted to leave.
Yeah.
They need to get help.
Yeah,
I feel like that game.
Top 15.
I feel like that game they had to go overtime to get that too, and he forced it.
Yeah, he forced the overtime in that game. I'm pretty sure.
At least top 15 though.
It's just been a rough year for him. He got snubbed from the All-Star game too.
He's gotten snubbed like the past 3 years.
I don't know why.
The man can't catch a break.
It's because he doesn't get the fan vote. Even though the fan vote doesn't matter that much, he's not getting the fan vote. So, I mean,
because Washington's got no fans.
Exactly.
That's the problem. Like, I do agree he should be a little higher, but maybe like 18.
I was gonna say maybe 17 to 20. I think around there.
17 to 20. I agree with the back half of the teams, but like I don't think any higher than that, just because of he's the only player on that team, and I'm looking at this as individual and team wise. Like, how does this team doing with how is the player doing? So,
yeah,
I agree with 17 to 20 for Bradley Beal.
Let's see who's number 19. Jayson Tatum.
I don't know about this
19.
I think higher.
I know I'm saying so many players should be higher, but this one I really feel like he should be higher.
Yeah,
I feel like Tatum is like he's one of the best young players in the league.
I'm gonna rant if they have Kemba over Tatum because I think Tatum's the best player on that team.
Oh yeah, they would. If Kemba's not already been on here, he's the best point guard in the East since Kyrie's been asleep for a while, so he's gonna definitely be higher.
Tatum's the number 2 option, right? 3, probably 2.
The 2. I would say number 1 really, but
yeah, I think
Kemba's not really an option.
I think he's become the number 1 option.
No, I think Tatum has the higher points per game, so he's kind of their number 1 option. But I think they still look to Kyrie as their number 1 option.
No,
I think Tatum's got a higher usage rate too.
I'm saying like 12 to 15, closer to 12 though. I feel like for Tatum, I feel like he's way better than 19.
I say
11 to 14.
Do we think Tatum's better than Beal though?
No.
I mean, who I'd rather start a team with, obviously Tatum, but I mean, who I'd rather have now? I mean, you put Beal on a good team,
If Beal was
That
on the
might be scary.
Celtics,
Exactly. You put Beal on the Celtics, he's a scary player because what he
That's
does
so
means
bad.
something.
I think they do worse. They would do worse with
So-
Beal than with
No, I
Tatum.
mean I feel like because what he does actually means something.
No, see, if you put Beal, if you switch Beal and Tatum, you're putting Beal into a situation where Gordon Hayward can return to the lineup, and then they have a decent team still there with the Celtics.
I think that if they were in the opposite positions and Tatum had to do the things that Beal had to do, I don't think Tatum's there yet.
Yeah,
But considering that he doesn't have to handle the ball every time, he doesn't have to go get the boards, doesn't have to pass it every time.
Tatum has
Beal having to play point
Yeah, I
guard,
mean,
and
I'd
guard,
rather
and
have-
probably power forward, then
Well, yeah, I mean, I'd rather have Tatum though. Like,
yeah.
I'm just,
yeah.
I mean,
I
Tatum's
see.
younger, so
Between the two,
Even if,
Tatum-
honestly.
Beal has to be on every night. Tatum can have people to fall back on if he's not having the best night.
Yeah.
Where Beal has to have a good night no matter what.
the only thing about Beal is he's not really the greatest defender.
Yeah, that's one of
Yeah,
his.
Tatum can get it done. 1.4.
Tatum's a very good defender.
I mean, I
Yeah.
feel like if we're moving Beal up, we have to move Tatum right underneath him. But they move up together. I
Yeah,
feel.
100%. They both should live together.
All right, let's go C18. Devin Booker.
I like this area.
Ooh.
I think top 15, but I get this area too.
I understand the area. It's the same reason for why Bradley Beal is back here.
Devin Booker's the only reason the Suns are relevant.
Yeah.
Ever, yeah.
How dare you disrespect Aaron Baines like that?
Okay.
It's the only reason I
And-
even know about the Suns.
I mean, this year he was tasked with basically playing. I mean, he usually has been basically playing point guard, but with the 6 assists, I feel like that's a career high, and the 4 rebounds.
Talking about. He's
Possibly.
one of the best passers ever.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, but that's all he does. When he's not playing, Booker has to play, and Booker's collecting 6 assists with the bench.
Stashy Ricky knows how to put up a layup.
I feel like it's the same situation as Devin Booker though. He's back here because the team is not amazing, but he's still putting up numbers.
Yeah.
Booker's so underrated.
I mean, then again, I feel like you could move him up, but not as much as Tatum, I feel like. I feel like Max, I don't think he's top 15.
I think Booker sits at 15.
And if
Yeah,
we're
maybe
wondering-
15, but I don't think he goes any deeper into
Wait, can you scroll up to Tatum?
This is Booker's best season for assists by at least 2.
That's what I
So
thought it had to be.
22.5, 3,
But
and 7.
the,
Let's go back down.
net rating. I mean, I don't know what net rating means, but it's a very big difference between both of them. I have no idea what does
I
net
don't
rating
know. I
mean.
think Booker's way past Tatum.
What does net rating mean? I gotta look this shit up.
I think it's like usage and something else.
Yeah.
Offense, defensive
It's like
efficiency.
all
Oh wait, it's
together.
offensive and defensive efficiency.
Yeah.
So I mean, Tatum's definitely a better defender, 100%.
Yeah, but Booker's getting better, and the 0.8 steals doesn't do it justice. But I thought Devin Booker played.
Well, yeah, I'm saying he's getting better, but I mean,
Yeah, right now
currently-
Tatum's a better defender.
currently, Tatum is better.
Mhm.
I
It'd
think
be nice to see Devin Booker in a Timberwolves jersey next season.
It's hard to compare Tatum and Booker.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, because they're two different players, honestly.
I would take them both.
Oh
And they
my
play in
god,
2 completely different conferences.
that's true.
Okay, 17. Trae Young, 17.
Wow.
I put Devin above him.
Wow.
Trae Young is the same that we pretty much just named for the past couple ones. He's he has, or he's a Beal 2.0. Let me put it that way. He's a Beal 2.0. His team isn't that good. But he has to do everything.
He's averaging almost 30 points a game.
I mean,
Yeah.
and 9
And almost
assists.
the 10 assists.
Yeah,
Well,
9 assists with
barely
that
9,
Hawks
but-
team.
see, this is the thing I have to say about Trae Young. He should be higher for the fact of he's putting up almost 30 points per game and 10 assists on a bad team. Yeah, they're not winning, but they're all young. This is
keep him around here.
season, and he didn't skip a beat. I mean, once they get these young guys to progress a little bit, he's gonna be a top 10 player in this league.
Yeah,
I mean,
he
like,
will.
Yeah,
I-
for sure. I mean, yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
I mean, like low key, if we're saying everyone's gonna move up, I'm curious who's in like the top 15.
Okay,
I'm
but
curious what this
here's
list
my thing.
holds.
I would
If
put
I'm
Trey
reading
around
this-
here.
Yeah, I don't see a problem with Trae.
Does that say minus 0.58 net rating?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
Trae Young's like
That
one of
says
the
a
worst
minus
defenders in the league.
0.58
He's
minus.
basically
Right,
non-existent.
but does that really all that offense make up for that defense and his height?
See, I mean,
he can only get better.
They-
I'm just surprised he didn't go through sophomore slumps.
neither him
He's doing
or-
better.
Neither him or Luka went through sophomore slumps, and that's what I think is so amazing is that you had two amazing rookies or two amazing guys from the same rookie class, do amazing in the sophomore.
And those teams traded with each other, and
yeah,
both really
Neither
didn't
of them
lose.
lost.
Yeah.
This might be a hot take, but I think a couple years down the road when we don't have LeBron, when we have an older AD, we have an older Giannis, Steph won't be around, KD won't. I think Trae Young, Devin Booker, top 5, obviously, with Luka.
yeah,
I think Luka's number 1, by the way, but we'll address that when we get there.
yeah. But I think we agree that Trae should be a little. I feel like this is a good spot, but he could be higher if his team was a little better.
I think.
But I feel like his defense puts him right there. I feel like he's a good spot.
Yeah.
His defense.
I actually think Booker should be higher than Young.
I mean, if
I
you
do
take
too.
away his defense, then he's with those stats. He might be top 10, but with that defense, this is a good place for him.
See, Trae Young is basically is a complete carbon copy, except better passing of Steph Curry. Can't play defense, but he's a better passer.
I just have to see if he shows
Yeah.
up in the playoffs or finals.
Yeah.
When he eventually gets there, because
So I agree
Steph
that-
doesn't.
No.
Let's see, number 16, Karl-Anthony Towns.
Well, Brad, you can just go off on this first. You can talk.
He definitely regressed, but that just shows of what the team was between the 2 years. I definitely think that the core we got around now is a little bit better. I don't see why he should regress anymore. There's no Andrew Wiggins. There's no Jimmy Butler drama. He's got his best friend there. Hopefully another friend on the way. I don't know. I get it. I would actually maybe even bump him down a little bit. If I don't see another center here that I recognize, I would be.
He started off at number 7.
I think this is good though. I don't see a
honest-
problem. I don't see a problem with this.
Yeah,
His defense is getting better, but he just hasn't played a lot of games. He's been very injury this.
yeah.
Never been that big of a kitty cat fan, so I don't put him
See,
here. Obviously,
I think with Cat, he needs to shoot less 3-pointers and go more inside.
Yeah, he needs to work on his paint game a little bit more. I feel like he tries to stretch the floor too much, but now with D'Lo there, I feel like he needs to, kind of sink down more in that paint area. And I feel like he'll progress and he can still average his 20 to 25 points per game, but he'll be able to get more rebound. I feel like he could be a 12, 13 rebounder per game type of guy because he has the height, he has the body. He just needs to use himself that way. He can't be sitting out at the 3-point line and taking.
He's a good 3-point shooter, but I feel like he needs to use his size more.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be more beneficial to the team if he just
It's space out other players.
Which I feel like now that they kind of have a all-star caliber point guard there, he might start to move down.
They have shooters. We never have had shooters.
Yeah, and I feel like he always has felt like he has to be that shooter or that kind of point guard type of guy. But now that you have D'Lo there, I feel
And the league
gonna kind of
he's
be
in
like,
a
oh,
great spot up.
I can play the center position and be down in the paint. So that's a good position for now.
I think D'Lo's the best point guard we've had since Stephon Marbury back in 04. So hopefully this helps him out a little bit.
Better than Prime Rubio.
Yeah, Timberwolves Rubio was never a good point guard. He just passed the ball, and Nikola Pekovic did the work.
I think that's
my
15.
little closing part on Kitty Cat is I wouldn't put him in my top 5 list. I don't mean to crap on the guy, but that's it.
They can put him forward.
What 5 centers do you have over here?
I don't know. Let's save this for
maybe a future video.
I want to hear the 5 centers. I
you
know
want to
you're
see it?
not putting injury-prone Joel Embiid.
All right, let's go to number 15.
Yeah, number 15,
Khris Middeton. He wasn't even rated in the beginning.
I agree
From
with
top
that.
20, not 15.
Yeah,
Look at that. Look at that
moved so
net
many
rating,
people up.
though.
I moved so many guys up. I got to move Khris Middleton down.
Yeah,
Let's
I
get
feel
that.
like Khris
No,
Middleton-
I'm definitely not moving him down. There's no way I'm moving him down.
See, I feel like he deserves to be on the list, but lower, like Mort said.
Because the Bucks, I mean, they won some games when Giannis didn't play with Middleton
He's
as the
so-
number one.
He's so like shadowed by Giannis.
He
still
is
averaged 20
underrated.
points.
He is underrated, but
Very
I don't
underrated.
I put
Very
him
underrated.
Yeah.
Middleton used to be on the great Detroit Pistons, but they decided to release him.
with
and
Spencer
cut him.
Dinwiddie.
And just like every other All-Star that's been playing over the past like 2 or 3
The
years.
Pistons could have an all-star team of players they got rid of.
Oh yeah, we could have like
And the guys they passed in the draft.
Yeah, we could have a great team, but
Yeah.
we just don't have good management for some reason. I have no idea why, but I feel like Khris Middeton should be moved down. He's a good player, but there's a lot of other better players that could be added.
I think they just have him up because of his net rating, but that's because he plays for the Bucks.
Yeah, and they have one of the best defensive teams in the league,
Yeah, I mean,
without a doubt.
Let's just
go to,
move
go
to
to,
the
go to, go
next
to
one.
14.
Kemba, Kemba Walker.
I don't put him
This
that
boy
high.
better keep on. No.
I don't put him that high.
Down.
But I know he sat a lot of games this year. He didn't play for some reason.
See, I still think Tatum's better than Kemba.
Oh, yeah.
I think Tatum's better. Kemba should be down.
I literally think if you flip Tatum and Kemba, then it's good.
I think a healthy Kyrie is better than Kemba. That's just me. Especially a Cavs Kyrie is better than Kemba.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
For sure.
Any Kemba, that is.
So we had Kemba 14, so let's see who's 13. Ben Simmons.
He needs to go higher.
Ooh, I feel like he's good.
I think around here.
Yeah,
I think
he's
I don't think he's a top 10 player. I don't.
Or-
That
question
team is
mark?
not good without Ben Simmons.
not
I don't think he's top
You
10
can't-
yet.
Well, I mean,
I don't think he's
I'm
top
I'm
10. I
gonna
think
take a
Kemba's
random
top
guess
10.
that Joel Embiid is like in the
If
top
Joel
10.
Embiid's higher than this, dude, I'm gonna be pissed.
I mean,
about
He is.
that.
He is gonna be obviously.
I mean, he is.
Embiid's,
Well, he's
Embiid's I'm telling you,
I mean,
I think he's at least
his
top
knees
9. He's top 9.
There's-
I'm sure.
if
for
His
sure.
Embiid
knee
is
hurts.
if Embiid is top 9,
Okay, let's
Hey.
talk about Simmons though.
okay, yeah, let me.
I mean,
Simmons needs to go higher. Next one up.
well, hold on. I got one more thing to say.
Oh.
Simmons he's what makes Philly win. He's a good defender. He's a good all-around player. He has a great mid-range. It's just the one thing they need to work on in that team is shooters because they don't have any.
The man
He
needs a
honest-
jump
like-
shot.
Like Simmons kind of like developed like the 6'7" point guard, and I just hate that.
Yeah.
He
I
honestly,
I despise I don't know, it's just not what it's supposed to be, you know? That's just
He-
Okay, Mr.
he could
Football
be
size.
he could be first team all defense this year for sure at the guard
Oh, yeah.
position.
Yeah, he's an underrated
probably will
defensive
be.
player.
I mean,
He's
I'd
not-
probably be locking
he's
up
not the best
6'3"
offensive
guards.
player, but I feel like
He was leading the East in steals, I
But-
think, for a while.
defense goes
I think he
defense
still is
matters
first.
more, honestly.
Let's see. Number 2. Yeah. Oh, there. Speaking of
Oh, okay.
Embiid, there
Okay,
he is.
you know what?
One
I'm not
above.
mad about that.
Oh,
I said
that's
if
fine.
Joel Embiid
Maybe
was top
switch
9,
him.
it'd be a problem.
Maybe switch them, but I think Embiid's okay
39.
right there.
39 games.
I mean, that's the same as Cat though.
Kawhi feels like he's somewhere near that too.
Hey,
So
you
it
know what?
doesn't.
You know,
Okay,
you know,
but no.
you
But
could
this is
switch him.
Cat's lowest year. This is Cat's most injured year.
Okay, Embiid's not 12 when he had 0 points on Marc Gasol. Like,
I mean,
Embiid's not that good. He's very overrated.
I feel like some people might have him in the top 10, which is
Yeah, that's why I put him at 9. I just
Tad
figured
bit scary.
I'm not
like
high.
I just
But
don't like Embiid.
I
I
see-
don't like Embiid
I mean,
either.
I could see Simmons and Embiid switching. 100%.
Shoot, Andrew's got an old Adidas jersey of Embiid.
Yeah, I do. I like Embiid in this area.
Mhm.
A lot of people think he's overrated. He is injury prone, but when he's out there, he still puts up the numbers.
He
still,
does play as a factor.
He still plays
He
great.
he
cried
does
after a
average
game
Other than
27
when he plays
loss.
Gasol.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, basically.
he's still a good player. It's just the injuries that is something that's
He
gonna.
is the Sam Darnold of the NBA.
Who says Sam Darnold's good?
Well, I never
That's
said
a-
Sam
that's-
Darnold was
a
good.
topic for a different
Let's
time.
not talk about that. That'll be a.
All right. But yeah, I think he kind of that's a good spot for him. But
Mm-hmm. On to number 11.
Okay, so 11, Rudy Gobert.
Nah, not even top 15.
Okay, yeah, I know he gets a lot of blocks and his rebounds are crazy, but like,
Hey, that the points seem high. I feel like that's one of his higher
Yeah.
But
points
look
in
at
a
his
while.
net ratings. Look at his net ratings.
I mean,
he barely
negative.
missed any games.
I think this is fine.
the
I
main
think Gobert is good.
Yeah,
I definitely think Gobert
I
is
guess
better
he's an efficient
than
player for
Embiid.
sure.
Yeah,
And
you know what?
Pat, but
You know what? I feel like that's actually there's not much to say about him. I feel like he's just
I just think he needs to improve his offense game.
Number 5 on my center list.
Yeah, Gobert is one of the most consistent. I mean,
the
one of the
best
most
defensive center.
centers you can get in the league. I feel as though defensive wise.
100%. He's
Like
the best defender.
Aside from him like touching the mic issue, I still would. I wouldn't put him this
If he
high.
didn't do that, nobody would have cared about him.
Okay, so I got a number right here. In 5 of the 6 years in his NBA career, he's had over 2.2 rebounds or 2.2 blocks per game. So ever since his since his sophomore season, he's had over 2.2 blocks per game.
His wingspan's crazy.
That's why he got the Defensive Player of the Year last year.
I mean, I feel he's one of the most consistent defensive players in the league, and you can't beat that when you're looking for a good center.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Especially with their offense, they don't need a center.
But is he going to win you a playoff game?
you're right. So I
He would
put
be
him,
number
Now
10.
with that team around him, no. But
but now
for
that
them
he
to
has
make it
Mitchell
there.
there, I mean, it's a good piece there that you could possibly see them getting past round 1. Maybe I don't see finals unless they add another piece, but that's just how the NBA is now.
So let's see who's in the top 10. Pascal Siakam. So
I agree with that.
he dropped one
No,
spot
this
apparently.
is
I don't know how.
This is like one of the ones that I fully agree with. I feel like
He's played decent.
he's the only reason the Raptors have been good.
I'm not mad
Besides
about
Big
it.
Exactly.
Booty.
I mean
I'm not mad about it.
He's
I ain't mad about it either.
he's like 70% of the reason that once Kawhi left, they're still like one of the best teams in the East.
Yeah,
I mean, they have a deep bench too.
Their
I mean,
team's
yeah,
actually doing
and-
better.
Don't get me wrong.
this
I
year.
mean, yeah, 'cause I feel like Pascal Siakam is just shining so much more.
Yeah, but can you see Pascal Siakam riding you 3 7-game series to the finals again?
Not yet.
He did pretty good in the NBA Finals.
Not
And
yet.
he has a number 2, I guess, but
Not yet. But soon, I believe. I mean,
I do like how in the little article thing under there they are comparing him to Sekou Doumbouya and Brandon Clark.
Brandon Clark
So
and Sekou.
I mean,
That's
Clark's
what-
good. He's not bad. We've only
Sekou
gotten-
played about 3 games in the NBA.
Yeah, we've only gotten half a season out of him, so we don't even know what he
Yeah,
is.
I saw like Sekou's NBA comparison. They always said with Pascal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Sekou has played like 4, like you said, like 3 games in the NBA. So, and we've gotten I think he had 1 good game against the Cavaliers where he
I
had,
think you were there.
No, I wasn't there for that game.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't there for that game, but no, yeah, he had 1 good game and he didn't do much.
There's even discussion that Pascal could even win another Most Improved Player award.
I thought so in that one that we talked about, but then I
But
never
see,
thought
I think it's going to be Sabonis or Adebayo. It's going to be one of those two. Those two have had the best
I
season.
put it on Bam.
So.
Bam, bam, thank you, ma'am.
Wait, it says here that they're calling him the next
The
Draymond
next donkey.
Green.
I saw that too.
Donkey.
I
He
saw that part.
exposed Draymond Green in the finals last year.
he's a better version of Draymond Green.
He's more relevant on offense than Donkey too, so I don't know what this comparison is.
That's not a good comparison at all. Okay, because no offense, Donkey was a little bit better passer because I feel like Donkey has at least averaged 6 assists in his career.
Well, yeah, I mean he had Curry and Clay.
But I don't feel like that's a good.
Who's got Pascal to throw to? Big Booty and Chris Boucher?
Yeah.
Fred VanVleet, don't sleep on Fred.
Oh, I
Throws
forgot.
lobs to himself.
Low key, Fred. I can see Fred being like 25 on this list. Low key,
Wow, you're fucking strong.
Okay.
Fred's underrated.
I mean, maybe in a few years, right? So number 9, we got Jimmy Butler.
I say you.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
Wow,
the stat line,
Let's take down a little
there. I feel like he's really progressed his career. I mean, it's only been half a season in Miami, but I feel like he's doing good in Miami, and I feel like that's a great fit for him. And
He's always been a top player anyway, so I don't
Yeah.
mind him being top 10.
yeah, he's always been a top player no matter what. So him being there is, I think it's okay.
Yeah, but Yeah,
Might
but
sound biased, but I can see Pascal ahead of Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, you can debate that.
I mean,
I
yeah.
think you can debate those two there.
I feel like Jimmy could move down a little though. Like he definitely.
He has had a resurgence though. After all the crap that he's gone through the past few years, whether it was the team's fault or his fault, mostly the team's fault. But
I mean,
Whoa, you're not just saying it's mostly the team's fault.
I mean, the man took a third string team. and
Actually,
beat the Stars.
Andrew, if you read the reports correctly, he only scored 1 fucking point. So suck my fucking cock.
okay, it's like the Heat. He doesn't have to score. You just lead him.
He took third stringers and beat the first stringers.
He scored 1 point.
He took the third.
That's also worse if he scored 1 point than a bunch of third stringers beat the first stringers without the
You
starter.
Ben.
You talked 30 seconds this whole video, and you
Ben.
want to time it.
I mean,
Ben,
low-key Ben to the point.
Ben,
I
the report said 2 points, and also it's the Timberwolves. Anyway, let's go to 8.
Yeah,
Okay,
moved
well,
eight
Look
right
at
there.
8.
Every past Timberwolf always gets a discussion. So let's go to 8. Nikola Jokic at 8.
I agree with that.
Should he
I
be
agree with that.
higher?
I mean, no, I agree.
It depends on who's right above him. I would put him around here.
See, I feel like there's too many better players that can be above him. He hasn't broken that seal yet. He hasn't showed that he can make it in the postseason. Once he can win a series in the postseason, I feel like he can creep into that top. Because you can't pass this. You're talking top, borderline top 5, and he's not a borderline top 5 player yet. I don't think.
No, he's the best
not
center.
top 5.
Yeah, he's one of the best
Center, but I wouldn't put him.
Yeah,
top
he's
5.
not borderline top 5 yet. He's one of the best
most
centers in the
skilled
league,
center.
but it's still. I feel like between 8 and 5 are the best positions for him here, but 8's probably good enough.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so 7, Damian Lillard.
Yeah.
He might.
Yeah.
He edged into my top 5, honestly.
I would put him here because he's always one of the best, but he's still not. He doesn't always ever cut the top 5. It's like Beal with the All-Star games.
Before the NBA season got suspended, he was probably the best player at the time.
He was on fire.
Oh yeah.
He was getting
had, like,
40 plus a game.
I was gonna say, didn't he have like 6 straight of 40 plus or 50 plus? One of the two. It was at least 40 plus.
I mean, his
See,
team
the thing
is
I'll
doing
never
pretty good
understand
too,
about
right?
Beal is that
No.
he is literally. You
Really?
can make the argument that he's been one, if not the top point guard over the past 5 years of the NBA.
Oh, yeah, I've always put him above Steph for sure in the West.
He's shown clutch.
Trailblazers are fucking ass.
He's shown he can do it in the regular season. He's shown he can do it in the postseason. He just hasn't had a team fully around him. Like, yeah, Dame time, baby, Dame time. He hasn't had a front court to help him. And now that he has Whiteside, I feel like a full year next year with Whiteside in that front court.
McCollum, if Melo comes back and plays like he did,
I feel like they can make a run in the postseason.
I still think Portland needs another player with
they need a
more than
bench.
Lillard.
They need a bench.
The bench is the issue.
You know, I think there's a player coming up here that shows he can play in the regular season, but he definitely cannot play in clutch moments in the playoffs.
Yeah. But I think Damian could be between you could say 7 and 5. It's one of those iffy situations. Like It's one of those situations I don't want to push him into my top 5, but he could easily be there.
Didn't Damian Lillard hit a game-winning shot in the playoffs?
Dame
Yeah,
time.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Against the
Against
Thunder.
Russell Westbrook?
He eliminated the Thunder.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I think he could definitely be top 5.
All right. So let's see. Who's ahead of Lillard here? Luka Doncic.
Yeah.
6.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
No,
I
I feel like he could be a little bit higher than that.
I would switch them. I'd switch them. I know I said in a few years, and I did say a few years, Luka would be number 1. So I would switch them for the time being.
I mean, I don't know. Luka was like
I'd
one of
switch
the
him and
best
Lillard.
players this year.
Nah, I feel like Luka is in most people's top 5s. He was an MVP talk.
I know, but just for the respect out of Lillard, like the man's got to have something.
Well, no, I'm saying you could. I mean, low-key, I feel like we said we should move everyone up, and I'm like, who's going down though? Like,
Well, I said who I was moving down.
Yeah, we've already said a couple.
I mean,
up
yeah,
there.
sure.
Yeah, the one fucking
I mean, Luka's
player I thought
Luka's
I just-
carrying
point proven.
the
I just feel like there's so many good players in the NBA.
No, there
So-
are.
Like so many great
yeah,
players.
that's why
And
they're in the NBA.
The best 2 young ones are in that picture together.
Okay,
and
you
it's
know
not
what
Maxi
you know
Kleber.
what I meant.
The number 2 is not Maxi Kleber. I can tell you that.
And see, the thing is, Luka, he has so much potential under him. He's in his sophomore season. He's 19 years old or 20. I
think it's
forget
20.
what he's 20 years old. He has another 15 plus years in this league. He's gonna. He could go down as one of the greatest players to ever play.
Whoa.
That's why I said he's number one in a few years.
I mean,
too much chip on your chip. Yeah.
I mean,
definitely could be.
Oh,
I
shit.
mean, that's like a big jump you're going there. Like one of the greatest players of all time.
I mean,
I'm on board with he can definitely be better than his former teammate as the best foreign ever. He can be better than Dirk.
No, Joe. I want you to tell me who was scoring almost 29 points per game in their sophomore season, close to averaging a triple.
I was gonna say the man almost has a triple double.
I mean, like this is
while
like
playing
LeBron
defense.
stats.
While playing defense.
These are unprecedented numbers the NBA has never seen before, and he's doing this as a 20-year-old sophomore. Like, these are crazy numbers, and that's why, like,
but you have to also remember he played in a EuroLeague as a 16-year-old. It's not like he hasn't played against this competition.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I mean,
that's what I'm saying. He could go down.
This is gonna be like LaMelo Ball.
Okay, slow your fucking damn.
No, I feel like LaMelo Ball has a chance because he's been playing for, I think, a year or two now, right?
He's been everywhere.
Yeah.
LaMelo Ball hasn't even got to the damn NBA yet. Why are we talking about him?
Well, I'm just saying.
Well, when he plays for the Pistons next year, we'll know. Anyway,
but I feel like Luka could creep into the top 5, just like the last two players. It's just he's in his sophomore season, so it's one of those things of he couldn't.
Yeah,
I feel like 6 is a good spot for him, depending on who 5 is.
I feel like he's better than number 5.
Who's 5?
Whoa! I feel like he's better than number 5 too.
Wait,
I think that
100%. Yeah, I think 100%. Luka should be 5.
Yeah, I mean, I switch him.
I'll switch him.
See,
considering that Luka was also already before him on this list. Look, he was number 4 and Kawhi was number 6, so I would definitely switch.
Okay, but that just means previously. Then I think Kawhi probably started the season at like 2 or 3.
Yeah,
6. Started off 6. It says right there.
No, I think this was like the second.
This is from December. Exactly.
Either way.
League shit. I think that this is fine. Kawhi Leonard is a defensive beast, even though the stats don't prove it. His net rating does.
I said he was going to be better than 5. I didn't think they would have Kawhi at 5.
I feel like you switch Luka and Kawhi.
I'd switch them though, but I think it's perfect.
No, I think it's perfect right now because Luka, he's sophomore season. You can't. He could have a slump next year.
No. I'm talking about currently. I'm not talking about like. I'm not
Isn't
talking
this
about
currently?
I'm not talking about like the previous season, or like next season. I'm talking about like right now. Like just don't even think about age or what season they're in. Like Luka's having the better season.
Luka's got him battling right now, and Kawhi's got the 2 6 men of the year playing with him. So
yeah,
okay, but we just said individually.
I know, but I'm saying like individually, he's got his team farther.
Individually,
he's gotten his team farther because he's the only player on the Mavericks that's relevant.
Well, I mean,
yeah, but Luka doesn't play D.
You
Yeah,
can't.
he does.
I mean, he's got a 7.
If you think Luka plays
player.
better defensive than Kawhi Leonard, you're fucking on drugs.
Well, not better than Kawhi. Kawhi's been playing for 12 years.
Exactly.
But everything else, I would put Luka above him.
He's only averaging a point and something better, a couple assists better, 2 rebounds better. Kawhi's got better defensive stats. That's what puts him above.
Yeah, that's why I said I would just switch them. They're so close.
Yeah,
What's the point of switching them?
To put Luka in the top 5?
I put Luka top 5.
The fact that Kawhi's averaging 27 on a team like the Clippers that have so many players, I think that's really good.
Yeah, but he's the number 1 though.
But still, I gotta keep
but they have so many other
there.
options.
Well, there's a reason that Paul George is not that high on this list.
Yeah.
I still don't think Paul George should have made the list, but I feel like Kawhi.
Yeah, facts.
I feel like you can make your argument for Kawhi or Luka at 5 there, but
yeah,
I gotta give it to Kawhi. I think so.
And to be honest with you, if Luka wouldn't have gotten hurt, he's definitely above Kawhi because of the games played.
Yeah, you're right.
And Kawhi wasn't even hurt. He was just sitting out for the fun of it.
I mean, I don't know who number 4 is, but I think Luka
was concussed, and he was almost forced to finish the rest of the game. Kawhi just sitting out for the fun of it.
But let's
Yeah.
just not. I just want to say hypothetically or whatever. Hypothetically,
Never
if
good.
we go into the playoffs with these guys, right? Who would you rather want going into the playoffs
Well,
as a
Finals
team?
MVP.
I mean Kawhi,
Finals
obviously.
MVP
A guy that's been there?
twice. Exactly. See the guy who's been.
I mean 100%.
Yeah, but this is regular season.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
saying as of like the.
And I said hypothetically going into the playoffs, which player do you want?
Hypothetically,
Why?
if you would pick one of these two players for the next 3 years, who would you pick?
Luka.
Luka.
Luka. Yeah, we
Well,
can say
I would,
hypothetically about
to
a
be
lot of
honest with
things.
you, I would pick Luka or whoever's at number 4. I guarantee it, unless it's Westbrook, because I don't like Westbrook. Well,
I
let's see who's
mean-
number 4.
Westbrook at number 4.
But here, you went with the theory of over 3 years. Well, obviously you're going to take the guy who's a younger player that's playing good. That was
I
not
mean-
a good.
Well, I mean, hypothetically,
I mean, I
would you
think I
want
know
the
who
guy
number
that
4
has
is.
playoff experience over the guy that doesn't have playoff experience? I mean, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
But we can't play that.
It's not
we
the
can't
same
play
thing. If
that.
you have Luka in the MVP talks, what's the difference?
Hypothetically, if the NBA banned all U.S. players, who would you want? You would want Luka Doncic. We can hypothetically about anything.
Well, I don't know because Kawhi was made in a lab, but anyway, number 4.
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
go
let's
to number
just put on
4.
number
We
4.
gave our input on. Yeah, I was.
AD, yeah, see, I'm not taking him over AD.
I was about to say I knew he was. AD was number 4.
Wait, so have we had Westbrook yet?
No, Westbrook
No.
made it on the
No,
list.
he's not. on
Okay,
the
it's
list.
good. So good, he's not even on the list because we know Harden's
He should have
next.
made it over George.
Yeah, he should have made
Yeah.
it over George.
Okay, okay, never mind.
I don't even have
Continue
words.
on.
This is fine with me. I think we can move.
Nah, I think
Yeah,
that,
I'd put him here.
I think.
I
Yeah.
think it's
I
fine.
mean, I can guess the rest of the list, and I think that the only thing
I think we
that
all can.
I mean, yeah, everyone. I think that Luka should be 5,
My
and I think the
dog.
rest. I think the top 5 is great. That's my.
I put AD here or 3. That's not even biased. It's just because I don't like the guy that's ahead of him.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
you
you don't
like
like
a lot of
half
people
the guys.
here.
on this fucking
there's no
list.
real debate about it.
I don't like the free throw line. I'm sorry.
Speaking
Speaking of the free throw line, do we just go to it? Because like we are.
Yeah, might as well.
80
We all
just-
agree with
80's
number 4.
80's initials just speak for themselves. So like, there's
Yeah,
nothing
let's
you
just
really
move on to
know.
the next one here.
Read James Harden.
Position
The free throw line beast.
35 points a game.
I think at least 20 of those have to be free throws. Like I think most games she was like 23 free throws.
Yeah, he averages
Can't deny
15 a
he plays
game.
defense.
Wait, he was previously 2.
I mean, all I'm saying is if you put him in like, I mean, if the league somehow changed, they didn't call as much fouls. He's not even like top 5.
If he played in Jordan's time, he would
Oh,
do nothing.
Oh no,
He's not top 10.
But see,
Mr. Short on size.
I mean, yeah, but we can't say that. Like, obviously.
yeah, you can't reference. We're talking about now. We're not playing. Hypothetically.
See,
Now-
Harden,
Also,
Harden
if
can
we-
put up all these numbers, but when you
I was
when you
gonna
get to the playoffs,
Exactly.
he
I was gonna say
disappears.
we're talking about the playoffs. We can't talk about Harden because
oh
it's
my
like,
fucking
you
god!
can build a house with his bricks. in the playoffs.
Hypothetically, if you wanted one of these people in the playoffs, who would you want?
we can put Steph, Harden, and
I mean,
like
I'm picking the
Westbrook
guy
and Paul
next.
George all in one group in the playoffs.
Yeah, I picked the guy after. I picked the guy after now.
I mean, I
He's actually got. He's
I
got
picked-
longevity.
Should we
picked the
move
guy.
on?
Yep.
Yeah.
Move on.
Everyone knows who this is.
Look at his
My
position.
God, that
His
was a long-
position's LeBron.
He plays LeBron.
He plays LeBron. He plays himself. He played himself.
Basically.
Of course, they had to put this sweaty stat.
You can make
Yeah.
you can make the argument about.
No, it's because they have to decipher who's number 1 and 2. Because Giannis is gonna have some weird stat too. So
No,
They're a -6 net rating when LeBron's off and Davis is on.
yeah,
Crazy stat.
that's what I was saying before. Like I like AD and all, but
So
LeBron
maybe
just makes-
Kawhi should be higher than AD.
yeah, but AD's better player, I think.
yeah. AD does everything better except for maybe steals, but AD was still also like top 2 in steals. Is like
He's also a big man.
I mean, that's a pretty good stat line for like, a guy his age. I mean, not age
Let's throw
year.
every excuse in the book for this.
and this
guy.
wasn't official though. Like this was 50-ish games it said in there. I don't know how many games they had.
I think he said 55-ish games, so it was right.
Yeah,
after.
didn't they end up
Says
playing
he
like
played
around
51.
60 though? So
Yeah, these were
it's not
probably
gonna change
big
that much.
Well,
but-
this stopped at 55, so it's not. Yeah, but it's not going to change around that much.
Yeah.
I mean,
feel
I
like
think some teams played like 65.
I don't know why
66.
people hate LeBron. Like, I think LeBron's like he's fun to watch. He's a good guy in real life. I don't know why everybody hates him. And if you're
Okay.
a Michael Jordan supporter, you have to hate this man.
Here's
But-
my question to you, Ben. How many NBA games do you watch?
Like 2, and most of them have LeBron
There's
in
my
it.
point. Casual fan.
Okay, that
No.
doesn't make my opinion null and void.
It makes it pretty voided to me.
No, but see, I've been like on the fence about LeBron like ever since I started watching basketball. And say what you want about him, I'm a fan of Jordan. I'm a fan of LeBron.
I'm also a fan of
I
Kobe,
don't,
though.
I don't think
so.
there's a real like people can debate all they want, but at the same time, you should just watch greatness. I mean, you're watching one of the
Exactly.
best basketball players.
Yeah,
Listen to this man right now. This is just
You're still
keep on going.
Okay,
Okay, I like LeBron, but everyone just like
if you're a
over
Jordan fan,
exaggerates him.
you watch Jordan. You watched him play when he was one of the greatest players of all time. LeBron, one of the greatest players of all time. There doesn't need to be.
it's all these 50-year-olds that want to make sure that their generation's better than ours and can't shut the hell up.
I mean,
Okay, once again, that guy watches 2
And-
NBA games a
And then
year.
the rest of them are
I
people
think-
that are mad that their team is horrible and they never had anybody close to LeBron on their team.
I mean,
The rest of them.
those two are facts.
Yeah,
I don't
so,
hate
I mean,
him
like,
either.
I wouldn't be here without LeBron, to be honest with you. I wouldn't know any of you, but that's for a different day. I'm just
God.
saying he's the only reason why I even looked at a game of basketball. That
You'll-
wasn't college.
You'll never be able to correctly like judge who's the greatest player of all time. They played in different decades, different times. The game was played different.
Wait,
yeah,
You'll never
very
be-
different. The game's
Wait,
very
so is
different.
this a top NBA list, or are we doing another debate here about Jordan?
No,
Well,
I mean,
I
the
mean,
debate is stupid.
I mean, let's kind of side towards like
This
current
whole list
NBA
has been a
season.
debate, so
let's.
Yeah, it's also
I
also been a
mean,
debate.
we're
Should we
kind of
just, should
getting
we
off
just move on
board.
to the obvious?
I
yeah,
mean, yeah,
just
this
go
is
to
obvious.
Giannis already.
Just
Can
go
I say one more
Giannis.
thing? Can I say one more thing? I
Yeah.
just wanted to make
Yeah.
that thing because Brady, for some reason, has so much hate against LeBron for no reason.
I don't even hate LeBron. No, I don't hate LeBron. I actually don't despise
Well, you literally
him.
just yelled that
don't
that
know.
everybody in this Zoom call makes excuses over why he's not the best.
I'm gonna move on.
No,
to-
I
yeah,
don't
you
hate-
move on.
Here's my thing. I don't hate LeBron. I actually enjoy watching LeBron play. I just hate that people throw every excuse in the book to say he's the GOAT and that like people attack other people because he's the GOAT. I don't hate him. I actually
I
enjoy
mean, you
watching
all know who's
The
gonna
thing-
go. I mean, you all know who's gonna go down as top 3 if they keep it up. Giannis. That's all.
the
I'm saying.
the unicorn
He
position.
plays unicorn. Okay.
I mean, my guy plays whatever that means.
LeBron played himself. Giannis plays unicorn.
And it's just Jordan people provoking. That's all I wanted to say. But
I agree with Giannis here. He's playing. He's a
Yeah.
young. He's playing
Yeah.
the best basketball we've seen, or he's playing at a position at more versatile than Shaq was, and he's putting up the same numbers.
Like
as
he can play at any position. I
Yeah.
feel like,
I mean,
Like-
he's got
like-
30 points and 13.5 rebounds.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
and 6 assists.
I'm going
And
back
6
to like
assists.
LeBron here for once. I feel like
Oh god.
LeBron had an MVP season, but Giannis had even better.
I was gonna say something similar to that. I was gonna say yes, I would put Giannis here, but I do give LeBron the MVP non-bias.
But if we're doing a
Because-
list about
It's always been that way.
if we're doing a list about players' playoff performances, Giannis is probably barely top 5.
Yeah, you're right. Because Giannis, but the other thing is he's young still. I feel like he needed last year to get that playoff experience. And I feel like if he comes this year, when they come back this year, he can easily make it to the finals. They have a deep team.
Because he beat the
Playing
Raptors.
Basketball of his career.
Yeah, he beats the Raptors. He kicks their ass.
I think
I think it's a 5 or 6 game series. I don't think it's 4.
I'm gonna boldly say I
Shut up,
think
fool.
with Giannis still having potential and with his size and everything, I feel like he still hasn't hit his prime though. If he has, then this is his first year of it.
Oh no, he
He's
definitely.
only gonna continue to get better.
His prime. He's playing amazing basketball. His prime comes in the next 2 or 3 years, and we could be seeing unprecedented numbers. Numbers we've never
you
seen.
could literally
Then
you
he'll
literally
enter
see
the
him-
GOAT category.
You could literally see him
See,
average like
probably
a
because the
40-point
weirdos that put
triple-double.
Kawhi in it right now, probably Giannis would be put in it.
I know this is crazy to say, but you could see Giannis maybe average. If he gets that 3-point better, you could see him averaging close to maybe 40 a game. And
Honestly, yeah.
For sure he is.
You could see him averaging a 40-point triple-double. I know
Yeah.
that sounds crazy, but you could see that.
He would
Like,
average 40 plus without Middleton.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean,
Middleton-
no,
Middleton
but
would be gone.
then again, Middleton makes some of those stats better because Middleton
see,
is a team
Middle-
player.
Middleton
So-
spaces the floor for him so that he can get in the paint. Because
I mean,
He also needs to. Giannis also needs to stop airballing free throws.
yeah, that's
him-
That would add a little bit more.
him and Middleton have to like they. I think that's a very underrated duo they have there.
very, yeah.
I
Yeah,
think-
there's a reason why they're first place.
Yeah,
But
I think they have to stay together. They have.
The
to.
issue is Giannis is young and Middleton's creeping up in the 30s.
Yeah, that's
Well,
it.
I mean,
Didn't they pay Middleton this past offseason?
Yeah, they
they
give him a
paid him-
max.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah,
he deserved the max. I mean,
No, see what that does. That takes Middleton into Giannis's prime, into like the start of his
Exactly.
prime, which is I
Mhm.
like that. That
and
means,
that's what the Bucks tried to do, and they did it completely.
and all they'll need to do, they got young guys on the bench that are already helping them with DiVincenzo. Who else do they got on that bench? They got
Never mind. I was gonna say George, but he starts.
they got DJ Wilson. They got
If he ever plays a dang game.
yeah.
I got Robin Lopez.
Robin.
George
He's old.
George is out.
They
If
got.
you think Giannis is good right now, wait till he's a Raptors in a few years.
They have guys on their bench you
Pause.
forget about,
Pause.
but they know what they're doing. So
That's what the Bucks are not letting him go. There's no chance the Bucks
I
let
mean,
him go.
if they don't win an NBA championship in
chance
years,
They can't
No
hold a gun to his head.
chance.
Giannis, re-sign. Giannis,
Yeah.
re-sign.
No, there's no franchise tag in
I think
this.
they could offer.
they're
offer
gonna
more.
somehow they're gonna propose a deal to make the max even more, like an even higher max.
No,
They're
see,
going to pay him.
They already have that. What the
I
fuck?
think Giannis is a homebody.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's grown his brand out of Milwaukee, and he said he never wants to leave there.
That's why
Obviously-
taking his
obviously-
talents to South Beach.
Staying and doing his different
You
things.
gotta
but-
love the. I mean, and you gotta love the town. He loves it. I mean,
Milwaukee.
I mean, his wife is a Lakers fan. Let me just put it that way, or girlfriend. I don't know. Wife. I'm probably
The
wife.
thing is,
The baby mama, either way.
They never were like they drafted him early when people thought he was going to go later, and they just never given up on him. So
Never mind. I won't say
I think he
that.
has a better chance to go to the Warriors than to go anywhere else. So
but
That's
they
just
I think
something
they have to
random.
give up- They have to give up a lot if he goes.
I don't think
Hypothetically.
it were the Warriors.
that's why I'm saying I don't think he goes anywhere.
Oh,
but
and another hypothetical thing that probably will not happen. Let's hear it.
I just said it. I don't know. I thought the gentleman was going to go on. Hypothetically, if Giannis was on the Warriors, what would happen? I don't know.
I think we've said enough.
Yeah,
It wouldn't be
I
as
did.
Yeah, I don't know. Hypothetically, anything could happen if everything lines up correctly.
people's favorite words in this episode is hypothetically, but
I know, right? Hypothetically, will be one of the tags. Trust me.
no, but I think we went over this list good. I think we had a lot of people going up, but we also had a lot of people going down in like kind of in the lower or in the lower teens. We had a couple people moving back, so I think it was a good list that the Ringer put together. I knew that when I suggested this list, the guys were kind of
Oh
skeptical.
no, because I have heard of the Ringer, and I've heard some like biased and like weird takes.
Yeah, the Ringer is kind of a weird
And
website.
then another thing is that I forgot how like I mean obviously like I said it earlier in the video of how like just really good the players are now. Like obviously like they're NBA players, they're professional players, but I feel like they're way better. I mean obviously humans evolve, but they're way better than people like I feel like than the NBA like 5 years ago. I feel like there's way better players.
Oh yeah, definitely, without a doubt.
Yeah, NBA's changed.
Just wanna I mean it's a very competitive season.
But this was definitely a good list, and I feel like we went over it pretty well. So I think that's all we got for you guys, unless someone else has something to say.
nope.
I think we've said enough.
I think we've said enough.
Yeah.
So
My few cents.
then some things to look forward to tomorrow, Tuesday. There'll be a kind of a short clip from the A&M series, and then on Wednesday we got our big surprise that we've been holding out on. You think we can say it, or should we just save it for tomorrow's video?
Save it,
I
save
mean,
it.
you basically have already shown it. So.
I was gonna say it's basically happening right now.
Is it?
I mean
It's
I,
all
No,
but
we gotta
one
save
thing.
it.
So.
We gotta save
I
it.
low key save.
Can't say it right now. We
Yeah,
gotta let,
we'll-
Nah,
we gotta
you
let the
gotta
hype
say it.
marinate.
Yeah, we'll just save it. We'll just save it for tomorrow's video when we kind of give the the overlook and explain everything for it. So I think that's all we got for you guys. Look out for tomorrow's video and Wednesday's video, and then we'll see. The Buzz Podcast will be back on Friday, and then you got, I think, another Nick and Joe's film room on Saturday. So you got,
Yes, sir.
got a lot.
We got an instant player coming up.
Yeah, you got a lot of good videos coming out for you guys this week, and stay safe, everybody, and see you guys next time.